What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a little experiment. We're going to try to find out if line diameter actually makes that big of a difference. So here's what I have set up. So what I've got set up over here, we have two SLX 70s with the MGL3 spools, and I'm going to be throwing both of those on this 7.2 medium heavy X Pride. But this one here, I have it spooled up with the 30-pound Super Slick from Power Pro, and the line diameter on this is 0.28 millimeters. And the other one is spooled up with Maxcuatro, 30-pound Maxcuatro, and the line diameter on that is let's see, I had to look it up, 0.23 millimeters. So I'm really curious to see if there's even a noticeable difference between the two lines and as far as casting distance goes. So what I'm going to be doing, I have a 1/2 ounce tungsten weight tied on, and we'll be throwing both reels on this 7.2 medium heavy X Pride. And we'll start with the brakes maxed out and back them down until we start getting overrun, and yeah, see if we get any more distance out of one versus the other. So I don't have any cones or anything like official to mark the casting location and the end location of the cast. So I do have a couple of old Mountain Dew cans, so that's what we're going to use. I'm going to put one right here on the ground where I'm going to be making the cast from, and then I'll place another one out there wherever we cast to. Alright, so like I was saying, we're going to start out with the brake settings at their max. So on the inside here, we have all 4 of the little brakes engaged. And then on the outside, we'll turn it all the way up to 6, I believe is max on the Shimanos. So we have it all the way maxed out on the outside and all brakes engaged on the inside. Let's see what she does. So I got overrun there because I cannot track that little weight, where it's going, where it's landing. So maybe I should put my glasses on. Let's go see where that thing just landed. That's actually pretty crazy. That thing is way down there, but I know we can do a little better than that. So let's go ahead and back the brakes down to 5 and make another cast. Okay, so backing the brakes down 1 notch, getting just about 10 more feet. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it down to about 4. Again, all 4 brakes inside the spool are engaged, and this is the 30-pound Power Pro Maxcuatro that we're testing right now. So let's make another cast. External brake adjustment set on 4. Let's see where it goes this time. So it seems like for every number that you decrease on the external brake, you get about another 10 feet of casting distance. It's pretty accurate. So if I back it down to 3, I should expect to get about 10 more feet out of it from, you know, where we just cast it on 4. So I set it to 3 and see what she does. Started to get a little backlash right there, so we may stop right there. I may try to go down just a little more, thumb it a little bit, and see if we can get we're going to try and get all we can get out of it. So I actually didn't get as much distance out of that cast there. I don't know if it is because it started to backlash, but gonna make another cast with it on 3, see if we can get it down there clean and get a little more distance out of this. All right, let's go check it out. Okay, so that's actually insane. That's almost all the way to the back of my property line with the brake settings on the outside at 3. Gonna back them down one more time. Hopefully it doesn't blow up, and see if we can't make it across that property line, and hopefully not hit the dude's truck back there. I'm not sure that was a clean cast, but it sounded crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear this reel. These little SLX MGLs are insane. That was I can't even mark it because it was literally like 15 feet past my neighbor's truck back there, and we're sitting on a full acre. I mean, that literally just about spooled this SLX MGL. That is freaking crazy, guys. I'm telling you, you guys looking for a good budget reel, these things are insane. That being the case, we're gonna have to call it there. We've run out of casting room. I'll have to measure that to tell you exactly how far it is. That is a long cast. Best thing I can do now is go get the, we're gonna go get the SLX 70 spooled up with the 30-pound super slick, and we're not gonna back the brakes down or anything. We're just gonna go right to 2, just like this one set. Lava cast out there and see where it lands. All right, guys, so we got her swapped over. SLX MGL 3 spool with 30-pound Power Pro Super Slick. A little bit thicker line. Let's see if it makes a difference. I can't start this thing on 2. I'm kind of scared, so I bumped it back to 3. We'll make a cast at 3. If it doesn't blow up, then we'll back it down to 2 and see where it goes. Backlashed. Alright, so I'm a dummy. I didn't check the internal brake settings on this reel, and I only had 2 of the brakes engaged on this one. So that's why we just backlashed. On these reels, guys, I really like running all 4 engaged and then just adjusting the external. If you run all 4 engaged and run it on about 2 or 3, she's going to be casting about as far as she's going to cast, but I feel like having all 4 of those engaged gives a little more control over the spool, and it allows it to be a little smoother, I think. Have a little more control over it. Alright, so I'm going to turn the external dial back up to 4, see if we can get a cast down there, because it is not wanting to cast on 3, which is weird, because I mean, we just made a clean cast with the other line on 2 external. So I don't know if it's a line or what, but it's same reel, same rod, same weight. It might be the line. Alright, we got a clean cast. Let's go see where it went. Right there, we were about 40 to 50 feet short of the furthest cast with a 30-pound Maxcuatro. I'm going to try to turn these brakes down one more time, send a cast down there. Hopefully it doesn't blow up again, but if it does, I mean, that might be the end of the test. It might be our answer. Alright, turn it back down to 3. Let's see what happens. Alright, we got a clean cast with the brake set on 3. That was still about 35 foot short of the longest cast with the Maxcuatro, so I'm going to do something crazy. We're backing the brakes down to 2. Backing the brakes down to 2. We're going to make one more cast. Ain't going to do it. Okay, so one more attempt with the brakes set on 2. It's not gonna do it. I thought maybe I messed up the last cast. It's not gonna do it. I was struggling to get it to cast with the brakes set on 3. It's just not gonna happen with them set on 2. Which is weird because we were able to make that cast with the Maxcuatro. Let's go down here and take a look. Let's go down here and take a look so you guys can really see the difference here. This can is the furthest distance with the Power Pro Super Slick, and the furthest distance for the Maxcuatro was, like I said, about 10 to 15 foot past that truck. I can't even go over there and mark it because it's in my neighbor's yard. I mean, That's a heck of a cast, guys. That's a crazy long distance. I literally almost spooled that reel with the Maxcuatro. I am actually kind of shocked, guys. I did not expect there to be that much of a difference. Got a substantially longer cast out of the Maxcuatro versus the Super Slick, and I mean, it was very controlled. The cast was very controlled all the way down to that 2 brake setting. Never once did I feel like, you know, it was, I mean, it started to try to overspool when I got it turned down, but not like this. I mean, I started fighting this a whole brake setting higher, and then I got down to 2 and it just would not cast. It would not make the cast with a brake setting at 2. So if you're in the market and you're looking for some nicer line, you're a Power Pro fan like I am, you know, as far as price is concerned, these 2 lines I think are pretty comparable. I definitely recommend going with a Maxcuatro. Maybe the Super Slick has its place. I have used Super Slick mostly on my spinning reels, but I think on all my bait casters I'll be switching over to this Maxcuatro after that. I've never put them side by side and like really compared the casting performance like I did today, and I'm shocked at how much of a difference there actually is. And then of course, you know, there's another benefit. You're getting more line capacity with this Maxcuatro in the thin line diameter. So you can run these 70 size reels, these smaller, lighter weight reels, and still get a crap ton of line capacity on there. I mean, this was a 150 yard spool and it about took every bit of it. I mean, there's still some left on there, but I guarantee you it took 100 yards of this Maxcuatro, which it's the equivalent of a 6-pound diameter monofilament line. So you're getting more line on your reels, and you're getting better casting distance, better casting performance out of the thinner Maxcuatro line. So that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below, and we'll catch you on the next one.